All right, so Fortnite have just nerfed one of the best strategies in the game, and that is actually Campfires. Now, as you notice, a lot of the storm circles just are 1 damage per second, as you can see in the top left, and that goes up until 5th zone. My memory could be serving me wrong, but basically you can play storm for a huge amount of the games. And in particular, that's super useful if you like drop edge map, like say I dropped up here in this area, maybe demons, and there's a max zone. Like you can loot through these like pump power, and you can get maybe metal if you need to, come through mosses where there's a bunch of campfires, and then sit here, heal, basically use them all the time. But now they've completely nerfed this strategy where if you light a campfire, there's an HP bar on the bottom of 75 HP. So it actually takes storm damage and gets destroyed in the storm. So you can pretty much no longer use campfires in the storm at all, which is an insane nerf to a lot of solo cash cup plays, which is also very bad. So if you're on the edge of the map, good luck. You need to make earlier rotates. If you land somewhere near the center of the map, like, you know, if you're probably not going to be as bad, because if you're in a Foxy team, if you're a Warriors team, like the chance of you being stuck in zone is significantly less. But yeah, if you're an edge map team, like the zone pulls in on you really quickly. So now you either have to carry whites, like this med kit I'm going to pop to not die in this example game. Maybe blobs, wherever it is. This is like a really big nerf to those edge map teams out there. So not my favorite patch in all honesty, because I actually think this strategy is really useful. And I think it's good for, you know, the non-fighting players to be able to use in Storm. And I'm yet to kind of see a strat. Maybe there was like some pub strat that made Epic nerf this, where people were just doing this in Storm all the time. But yeah, basically can't use campfires in Storm anymore. Another thing that's very unfortunate for Mr. Savage and Mongrel fans, these walls have now turned to brick. So this is in the bird POI. I've harvested a lot of these already, and all of these are now brick. And what's even worse is they're not even good brick. Like, these were really good metal before, but now, well, maybe I'll take that back. That one is actually pretty good brick. But still, a lot of metal now disappeared. And now this is... Why is my game freaking out? This is really bad if you're like a Shogun team, because a lot of these Shogun teams are rotating up now into Bird or into Canyon to try and grab some metal, because there's absolutely none in this bottom left. Same with, I think, Masked Meadows. There's a lot of walls in here which now are no longer metal, which previously were. And this map, you kind of already struggle with metal in a lot of places already. So this is really bad for quite a considerable amount of teams. I'd be interested to see if a lot of these players that are like bird players, so, you know, for example, Savage, leave, or if the teams contesting him now decide to leave because it's just not that worth fighting over this. Still a good drop spot, obviously. You know, there's still a lot of metal, like you can get metal on the roof. You've got a lot of heals with this slurp truck, which is super, super useful. But fundamentally, it's no longer as good of a POI because it's missing, what, like 1,000, maybe 1,500 metal? That's a lot. Another, like, really random thing I've noticed is that, see when you're pickaxing, like, this health bar looks way smaller now. I don't know if they've, like, added a setting for it. I've not checked yet, but it looks way smaller. The east of the map is also massively changed now. As you see, the bridge down here that I'm flying into, Shining Spans, I always forget the name of it. Yeah, Shining Spans has been completely destroyed by Godzilla. There's also a new POI down here, which is called Kappa Factory, which is replacing Kappa Farms, I think. So we'll check out the bridge first, and then we'll go over into the new POI, and we'll see what's cooking over there. So one of the interesting things I'm noticing is straight away is the fact that the tower lines or the bridge lines are no longer here, which is actually kind of bad because rotating through this area is really difficult. Like, you have to swim or basically go across the bridge, and now that's no longer an option. So if a zone pulls through here, it is really, really tough. Let's just get up to the top and see. And one of the ways you could kind of avoid this was by going up here early. Now you even don't have the advantage of being able to, you know, kind of rotate past this way. I don't have any mats, so I don't know. Yeah, I won't be able to stay up there. Rip. That was kind of stupid of me. There's launch pads, but again, if you in a game with the kind of hit scan AR and you decide to just launch pad over here, you are going to die. So I'm not actually sure. I think they've removed a bunch of stuff. Like, it doesn't seem like anything's been added necessarily. I could be wrong. I actually don't know this side of the map very well at all. But I'm not seeing outside of this stuff if anything's been added. Is this good metal? Can't even farm it. That's not great. This is a bus, which is a normal bus. There may be a little bit more metal added. I'm not sure. Surely some of this is harvestable. You would think so. The boat, maybe. Yeah, they pretty much added, like, maybe another launch pad up there, which is not super useful. I guess these chests were the ones that are probably up above already. This is good metal here, which is useful. And I guess okay, so there is some harvestable metal down in the water. But first impressions of this spot, it seems to have just gotten worse overall. And zones through here, lake zones, like 5th and 6th zones, are going to be really bad. So let's go check out Kappa Factory as well and see what's cooking over there. All right, so this is the new drop, Kappa Pickle Factory. So we have a pickle-related drop spot. That's certainly not something I was gonna say that's not something I was expecting, but this is Fortnite. You can't expect anything to happen. The first thing I want to test here is, of course, we've seen metal being removed from everywhere else. So I want to see if there's a good amount of metal here. That's brick. Stairs are a little bit. A lot of wood. A little bit of metal on these. Maybe some of these other walls will be. I'm not 100%. Okay, so there's good trucks. Oh, these are the rubbish trucks, actually, that have no metal in them either. So 12. Yeah, okay, so those are the kind of rubbishy trucks that are there. What about all of this section over here? This is good metal. Okay, cool. This is all this. Oh, this is metal, so this will be pretty good, actually. Yeah, this whole section here, that section, there's a... What is going on over here with the pickles? Let's have a look. What's going on with the pickle game? Okay, that's all metal. That's all metal. Can I harvest this? Metal pickle jar. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah, okay, this immediately, like, seems like a pretty good drop spot. I imagine a lot of these roofs are as well, yes. I don't know what the chest situation's like over here, but this is like a pretty much entirely metal drop spot. So my theory here is, I mean, I don't know if you would... You wouldn't be able to land here and then rotate up to shattered span or something like that, but this is just an entirely new drop spot, essentially, entirely new POI here. I'm not entirely... I'm saying the word entirely like 100 times. I'm not sure exactly how many chests are in this spot. Just from running around immediately, they do seem kind of split. So, you know, not that close to each other, which isn't the worst thing whatsoever. But surely, the more I run around here, this place is actually insane for metal. It's pretty much entirely made of it, which is really, really cool. So, really good drop spot, I would say, for tournaments, as always. I would guess it's going to be heavily contested, as all good metal drop spots. Yeah, okay, this entire thing is pretty much just made of metal all the way through. So, yeah, that's a really cool new drop spot. Interested to see what teams land near here. What is on the map near? Is there a couple shrines near? So all the websites aren't updated with the new drop spot yet. But one of the things that's important about all these kind of POIs that you really want to look at is... Where is it? I want to see... Campfires, we know that are useful. Shrines. So there's a good few shrines you can access from here, because say if one of these two spawns, then you're basically splitting it with the team that lands here or the team that lands down in that drop spot. Again, names are just completely leaving my brain right now. So you have a good chance of getting over to one of these drops. Of course, maybe if the Shining Span team grabs this one, they could probably get this one early instead. Whoever's kind of splitting this area, but obviously, you know, this bridge is now kind of destroyed. So you do have good access to shrines as well for waterbending POI or waterbending Boon as well. So yeah, I think cool map. Again, it's edge map POI, so you know the nerf to the campfires if you're a late rotator probably would hurt you, as you do have a good option to use these in this area. If you're kind of one of these edge map teams trying to rotate through, this nerf probably hurts them. I think it hurts the teams in the north a lot more, because obviously there's more campfires up there too. Useful piece of information from Osirian. Currently sprites are bugged. So with the air sprites, I think they said only air sprites, not the water sprites. They're actually meant to have 10 uses now instead of 3, which is interesting because no one's really taking the air sprite anyway, because you can't pick it back up. So the uses were kind of like irrelevant in my opinion. But they buffed it from 3 to 10. Not in the water, from whatever, unless they have, but they're bugged. So basically, sprites spawn with 3, but if you elim a player, they're gonna have 10 uses. Not sure. Again, let me have a look on their page. They said it was only the air sprite that was changed. Wind/air sprite 3 to 10. Yeah, so it's not the shield sprite. That would be insanely overpowered if they buff that up. Also, one of the things we're going to test here, only shotgun max damage has gone +5 in each rarity. I think that's headshot max damage only, this test. So yeah, should be +5 damage. This is purple, and it does 189. Did it do 185 before? I can't remember. Someone will comment below. Clearly, I'm not hitting that many max bangs. Now, as you may notice, there's a lot of teams saying they're landing flooded frogs here. Lowest quality picture ever. From Zagu, not sure where he got this from, but there's a good reason for this. Yeah, flooded frogs is no longer flooded. The center of it here, all of this water has now lowered. So it's basically like insanely juiced loot. There's just way more down here. But one of the main reasons that a lot of the players are looking to land here is inside here. As you can see, there's a couple blue chests. So there's a couple rare chests in there. And I'm not sure how you're meant to actually get in there. Like, I don't know if there's a specific NPC in pubs you speak to or something and you just can't get in. But what you can do is you can throw a mask just to get inside there and teleport in. However, I'm obviously in this example cannot find one. All right, folks. Mask has been acquired. I had to go to a whole other POI. Yeah, this is an unbreakable wall. Seems like you can't get in there. All you need to do... That's a chug splash. All you need to do... all you need to do is throw a mask in and then teleport in. Now, inside of here, there should be... Oh my god, gold pump and a mask. That's crazy. There's 2 more chests, I think, if I go through here. Yeah, there you go. So, a bunch of barrels, an elemental chest, tons of ammo, 2 elemental chests down here. Oh my goodness. Like, it's like a full vault. I've got 2 gold pumps. Only gold weapons, tons of ammo, tons of shield and everything. So you need an actual void mask to get in here already, but as soon as you've got one, you can get absolutely juice loot. Where does this take you so you can get out? Let me see. Okay, just outside here. Cool. So not very far. I guess that's if you use up all of your void masks, you can still get out of there. So that's pretty cool. So nice little change to this POI as well, making it super, super strong. I also thought that OG Season 2 would start today, but as you can see, it's still OG Season 1. So maybe by the time this video's up, I don't know. If you enjoyed the updates, like, subscribe, do all the other YouTubey stuff that everyone hates asking you for. Peace.